Hey everyone, welcome to the video that I'm going to be doing real quick here on Bitcoin. It is February 18th, 2020, and in the United States it's pretty early in the morning. It's about just before 9 a.m. I'm going to try and get my crypto videos out of the way before I take a look at the stock market, which is going to be a pretty interesting session today. But anyway, before I get started, of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. I'm giving my opinion here on the market. And if you would like to see my real-time opinions, you can join our Discord. Doesn't cost anything to join Discord. And just throw a comment here in the YouTube chat, and I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out to you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. So yesterday I was taking a look at some important levels here, and basically what I'm trying to determine is whether or not we are in a five-wave pattern. So far, it looks like we are. So let me illustrate. One thing I'm not a real big fan of is this wave one right here. Um, it doesn't, you can't really get a whole lot of subdivision on this move down here from the high. So, I'm not real happy with how this is, but this looks like, a first wave down, second wave, and then we've got lots of volume taking us down here to this low right here at about 94.85. And then I'm saying that 98.25 was the high. And then we're going to be looking to go to our algo target, which is here at about 92.82. We'll call it 9300 just to be on the safe side. And I drew this out yesterday, right? And so far, the 3 came down just a little bit more, and then the 4 went up pretty much to exactly where I was expecting, and then we go down for the 5. So now the big question here is, if this is a five-wave structure, we're actually going to be failing this level, which is really this is the invalidation area. Obviously this low here 94.85 is important, but really we got to hold this level right here. I'm going to go back here to this area. This has got to be an area that we do have to hold, and this is sitting here at about 96.25. Really, 9600 is what I'm looking at, but if we break 9600, chances are pretty good 9500 is not going to hold, and we are going to come down here and realize this target here of 92.82. And that's really the bottom of our box here, the bottom of this range that we were, that we had outlined. So we had a front run of the top of the range, and if we come back to the range, chances are we're going to get down here to the bottom, which is pretty much where I'm expecting this to go down to, whether it be 9250, 9300, somewhere in this area. And I've been short. I've been short since about 9700, and I'm still happy with that short, at least for the time being. I'm planning on holding on to it for a while. I might hedge along here at 92.82 because the fact that we are coming down here in 5 waves, if this comes down to 9300, then the likelihood of this being a 5-wave structure is much, much higher. What's going to likely happen from there is we're going to go into an ABC correction, which is probably going to look a little something like this, ABC correction. Probably going to take us back to 10,000. Very, very likely it takes us back to 10,000. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these fib pulls that I've got on here just to clean up the chart just a little bit. I'm going to remove some of these support and resistance levels since they are not quite as valid anymore. But before I talk about the ABC correction that is likely going to be coming, the way I got this algo target here at about 92.82, maybe a little bit further, is I'm measuring the length of our third wave. So we've got a 1, 2. Our third wave is much, much longer than the 4. I'm measuring the length of the 3, so the 4 should come back to the 382, and that's pretty much exactly where it reacted, and we've got a good reaction off of it. So I've got no reason to believe that we can't come down here to this 9300 level. And potentially overthrow it a little bit. Maybe we come all the way back down to 9,060. That still remains to be seen, but the algo target is sitting right here at about 92.82. So we'll wait and see what happens here. If we come back to above 9,700, then I would say that probably this could be a continuation to the upside. If you are a bull, let me tell you what you need to have hold. So I'm going down to a 5-minute chart, and I'm gonna outline this for you. So we've got the bottom here. You're going to go up here to the top. we're at the 618 right now. So we had a front run of the 618, and we're sitting here right underneath the 50. This 618 has to hold. So here at 96.17, maybe I move this level down here to the 618 or maybe the 65. The level right there at 9600, again, that kind of bolsters what I was saying earlier. 9600 has to hold. We're seeing a little bit of a push right here at 9660, but ultimately we've got to see this 9600 level hold. And if this doesn't hold, then I think we do realize those lower targets. If this 9600 level does hold, and I would imagine we probably are going to raid down there at some point, then that really, we've got to get a good strong reaction off of that. If you're looking at the Stokes on the 5-minute, which is the green, the green is the 5-minute right now because I'm on a 5-minute chart, does lead to, a little bit of relief here, a little bit of relief to the upside. But let's go to our hourly and just take a look at this. Let me remove that fib pull since we are already familiar with that. The hourly is showing more downside. The hourly is very much in a position for a continuation to the downside. The 12-hour is just still kind of hanging out down there. 12-hour is down here in this oversold territory. And I'm going to tell you guys one thing, and I say this all the time. If the 12-hour is down here, the next time that the green 1 hour and the yellow 3-hour are both down here as well, and again, we can come all the way back here to the last time this happened. And in my opinion, it's probably going to be a better setup here than it was back here at 8,300. The last time the red 12-hour, the green 1 hour, and the yellow 3-hour were all down here in the same area, it was back when we were sitting here at 8,300. And we are quickly approaching where that may still be the case. That may be happening. If this 3-hour crosses, right now the 3-hour is still in sort of a bullish cross, but the longer we sit down here below 9,700, the greater the chances of that 3-hour crossing and continuation to the downside will likely ensue. So for right now, this is what I'm saying is potential. This move down here to 9,300. Now, if that happens, what are we going to be looking for? If we come back down here, let's say we come right down to 9,300. I'm going to get as close as I can. 9,301 is close enough. We're probably going to come to the 50. And the 50 is really only here at about 9,900. So pay attention to that. We'll probably come up here to the 382, get a little bit of a rejection there. We come back, we recharge, so we go up there to the 9,900 level. That's going to be the level. If we go down to 9,300, 9,900 is going to be the level to beat. We will probably get a bounce there, and then we're probably going to go up to 9,900. If that fails, which I expect it probably will, we're probably going to come back down here to 9,000 over time. If we go lower, that target quickly goes lower and lower and lower. If we come back down here to, say, 9,200, let's go to 9,200, then that 50 becomes 9,850. Okay, so your A comes lower, your B goes a little lower, and your C goes a little lower as well, looking for that 9,850 level. So for every $100 it seems that we go, the ABC target goes down by $50 every time. We'll map this out for you. As you know, I do these videos for you all the time, and we don't have a confirmed 5-wave structure here. Ethereum does look like it came into a 5-wave structure, so I'm going to do a video on Ethereum a little later today, more than likely, to outline what that looks like. But this looks like we are in the process of making a 5-wave structure. There is the possibility that this was the 3, and this was the 4, and this was the 5. So that is something that we have to also realize that is a possibility. The rules make sense because what we also have here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on a lower degree to make that third wave. So that is also something that we have to acknowledge, that we could already have a completed 5-wave structure, which means if that is the case, then we're going to correct, again, we're going to be correcting this structure right here, which is going to put our A and our B and our C potentially 9,900 or 10,000 exactly. So that is also something that we have to that we have to pay attention to. If we're overly bullish, probably could do an overthrow to the 618. But here at 10,000 or 10,130, this is area where I would be interested in looking for shorts, at least for the time being. There's going to be lots of resistance here at the 10,100 level. You're also going to have resistance obviously at the 10,000 psychological level as well. So if we did complete the 5-wave structure, which it's possible that we have. It's possible that we've completed a 5-wave structure. I'd really like to see us down here at 9,200, but if we have completed this, we're likely going to go up to about 10,000 before we see more continuation to the downside. Because if that's a 5-wave structure, then what we completed is either a 1, a 2, and working on a 3, and then of course 4 or 5 would come, or, and of course let me fix this real quick, that would be on a larger degree, or we are in the process of completing a 5, 3, 5 to go down here, again on a higher degree. So we're either in the middle of a 3-wave correction or a 5-wave impulse, and the ABC could be a 5, 3, 5. And again, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ABC 3, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here to the 9,000 level. Or we are in a 1, ABC 2, and then we're going to go longer 3, 4, 5. The 3, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makes us go much, much lower. The ABC doesn't have us going quite as low. So just kind of keep that in mind. But we're looking here for the 50 or the 618 if this is a completed structure. If we do take out 9,600, I do think we come back down here to 92 to 9,300 first. And then we go up here to the 10,000, 9,900, 10,000 level. And then we'll evaluate from there. Okay, guys, that's what I've got on Bitcoin for right now. I wanted to keep it nice and short and sweet. It looks like we have a little bit of downside ahead of us here, but that's okay because we are still long-term bullish on Bitcoin. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate all the likes, subscribe, shares, all that good stuff. And if you want to be part of our Discord server, just throw in a comment. I'd be more than happy to get an invite out to you. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening.